Bryant Fitness Systems. Thank you for clicking on the video, and this video is all about 3 big names on social media or in YouTube world that have 3 things in common, and one of them is Dr. Mike. The second one is the Liver King. The third one is Elliott Hulse. Now, they've all got huge followings on YouTube, but what do they have in common? They've all taken, or still taking, anabolic steroids because their ego is telling them that they need to get bigger and bigger. And number 2, what do they all have in common? All 3 of them guys. They've all got one sort of an injury or another through cheating on their hormonal system. And now Elliott, I've heard, has been taking TRT. Now, I'm 54. I don't need to take TRT. I don't need to take steroids. I train hard. I train heavy. I train naturally. So why does the Liver King that's now come out, or something was posted, I don't know how true this is, that he's now very ill? Well, not surprised, having implants in his abdominals and then saying that he was not taking anabolic steroids, then saying he was after he got caught out on a test. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. And then Elliott has said that he'd been on taking anabolic steroids to set up strength camp, and now he's on TRT and the metabolic typing diet, which I've been using on myself and with my clients for over 20 years. So I just don't understand why everybody wants to click on cheaters and not want to listen to the real things that people need to do in which to keep the hormonal system balanced, their lifestyle balanced, and their gym program balanced, so they don't get an injury, so they don't get these problems that steroid doctors like Dr. Mike are getting. If you look at Dr. Mike, he was honest and said that he was suffering from panic attacks, anger issues, and all these other issues. If he was to stop the drugs, it'll probably still be there. It's probably part of his persona or how he is at the moment. Now, a while ago, I was suffering with panic attacks and mental emotional issues. 1, because of COVID, and 2, because my gut wasn't healthy. Then as soon as I got my gut healthy and rejigged everything and the COVID issue disappeared, all of a sudden I'm feeling great. I'm 1,000% better than what I was before. Does that make sense? And what you got to think about is that these influencers are selling you a dream that is unrealistic unless you're willing to do what they do by cheating on their hormonal system. I can't believe that it's okay. Yes, it should be okay to talk about, but what worries me is the younger guys that get influenced by it. And there's been lots of influencers that have died the last couple of years from doing things that are not natural, or that they wasn't coached on properly to stop them getting injured. Does that make sense? If you start lifting really heavy on taking steroids and you haven't built up your ligamentous system and your ligaments, this is when you get these injuries like your pec tear. I've never had a pec tear ever, but I have ripped my shoulder and ripped my tricep once because I was overdoing it and going a bit crazy, like doing 70 kilo dips. But it does annoy me that these guys are cheating and lying, then coming out and saying that they're doing it in which to get more clicks and likes. And then you, the person that's watching it, is allowing it to happen, really, including myself clicking on it and watching it. But when Dr. Mike come out and said that he'd been having, these attacks and gets aggression and gets really horny and all this, it's all artificial. And how can you have a doctor's name, as in doctor, and then be saying steroids are okay? And then be telling people how to get stronger, how to get in shape, when really he's just cheating on his hormonal system all the time. The same with Dorian Yates, constantly cheated, He looks good now, but obviously for a few years, he didn't look like he looked like in the old days of the early 90s, where he won Mr. Olympia. The same with Arnold. The same if you see Lufaringo now. He's a skinny, tall man now. He's lost it all completely. Now, would he have kept more of it if he would have trained naturally? I believe he would have done. Then rather losing so much size. It must be such a head fuck to lose all that size and strength. And this is why Elliott Hulse has jumped on TRT, because obviously he's done some damage from the gear that he was taking, damaged his bicep and other bits and pieces through bad training and bad technique. But everybody's jumping on click, 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 when he's no shining example, the way that I look at it. If he was a shining example, like Paul Chek in my eyes, great physique, in his mid-60s, still lifting heavy rocks and training hard in the gym, and still living his own principles that he taught me in the studying that I've done with him, and what I still use today in which to stay in shape and to keep healthy, fit and strong. So I don't understand why Elliott Hulse didn't do the same thing, and why Dr. Mike has not looked at Paul and thought, well, Paul's in his 60s. I want to be looking like that when I'm in my 60s. Will Dr. Mike reach 60s? And obviously, if the Liver King stuff is true, he's not going to reach his 60s from all the damage he's done from the drug abuse. And remember that when you start taking steroids, you get so asphyxiated with the muscle size and the buzz that you're getting on the drug. That's why they can't come off of it. And that's why they can only do it in cycles. And if they want to stay on it for the rest of their lives, that's fine. But stop lying or deceiving people. And the way I look at it, if you're really talking about it and promoting it like Dr. Mike does, he's really doing a disservice to the industry, to the fitness industry. Somebody had a go at me and said, oh, you're slagging off the industry and you're putting it down. I'm trying to make it better. I've seen people go from gargantuan to skinny little me again. I've seen guys rip their pectoral off the bone and then can't train for over a year. I had a friend of mine, his deadlift was 180, got spine cancer and then passed away. But he dabbled in stuff as well. So stay as natural as you possibly can. And when you're looking at the influencers like I do as well, because it's in my industry, take what they say with a pinch of salt. Because you've got to remember that training naturally and gaining size is very, very difficult. It's not easy. And it takes a certain temperament to go down that road. Whereas to take an injection or some pills and then do a 30-minute workout and gain size is totally different. Remember that even sitting and taking steroids, you can still gain up to 40% more than what a natty does. And that's why they all do it, because they're all cheaters. Okay, that's my rant over. Please like, please share, please hate, do whatever you want. I couldn't give a. And